Hi, and welcome back to This Art Studios. Today, you are going to be making a cityscape. I am going to explain to you what that is in just a second. You are also going to be learning how to draw rooftops and also how to draw windows on those buildings in the city. So, to begin, let's get our materials ready. Today is really simple. Today, the only thing that you need is a piece of paper, white paper, a pencil, a marker, permanent, it's nicer, okay, because it's really black and always stays there, and a rubber just in case you need to erase, okay? So let's begin. What is a cityscape? Well, a cityscape is that view of the whole city that you see when you are driving into the city. You see buildings in front of you that are bigger, and then you see buildings in the back. They are overlapping. Overlapping means when something is in front of another thing, like my hands. This hand is overlapping this one. Buildings also overlap each other in the city because we see the building that is in front of us, the first one, and then the ones in the back, we only see a part of them. If we want to see the whole entire buildings in the back, we would have to go on the street to the back and see that building. If not, we see them overlapping. And today, you are going to learn how to draw a cityscape. Okay, so let's begin drawing. Now, we are going to draw a cityscape in a horizontal way. This paper is horizontal because it's going sideways, okay? If it would be like this, it would be vertical. But today, we are going to draw the city in a horizontal form. Why? Because if we draw horizontal, we have more buildings in the paper, okay? We could fit more buildings. If not, we would only be able to fit a few buildings, maybe 3 buildings, okay? But we want to fit a little bit more buildings. So we're gonna do it horizontal, just like this, okay? So the first thing that we are going to think about is the shape of buildings. What shape do buildings have? Usually they're straight and they go up into the sky. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our paper and we're going to draw our first building, okay? Now, what is a cityscape? A cityscape is like a landscape, okay? A landscape is when you see the countryside full of trees, or you see a seascape. A seascape is when you see the ocean and the beach and you see everything, all the water and boats, then you see a seascape, okay? You could also see a seascape at the bottom of the ocean where you see all the fish, okay? That will be an underwater scene, okay? So there's many scapes, it's like a landscape, but this is a cityscape because we're gonna look at that beautiful city. So let's begin. So we're gonna make a building here, okay? Maybe square like this, and then the rooftop. Let's see, what kind of rooftop do I want to put on the city, on this building? Well, here I have made some rooftops for you to look at, okay? But I want you to invent your own also. So I'm gonna put the rooftops here, and I'm gonna put the buildings here. Okay, maybe this building I wanna put this rooftop. So I am going to make this rooftop right here, and I am going to make it just triangular like that, okay? There we go. Maybe I wanna make here a building that is kind of round and a little bit smaller. So buildings are usually one next to the other. So maybe I want to make this one kind of round at the top and down like this, okay? And maybe that could be like the rooftop, the round rooftop right there, okay? Good. Then maybe this building here could have a rooftop like this one or this one with tiles. So I'm gonna make this building up to here, and I'm gonna make it square like this, and I'm gonna make this rooftop at the top. I'm not gonna make it too big because I want to draw more buildings in the back. So there we go. And I'm gonna make some lines right here, okay? Now I'm gonna make the next building. And the next building, I'm gonna make it a little bit longer. I'm gonna make it by here a little bit longer, okay? And maybe I can make this rooftop. So I'm gonna make it square like this, and I'm gonna make that rooftop. So it starts from here, from the top, it goes down and like this. Starts here and it goes down and down. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfectly the same. Okay, more or less like that. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Okay, when I do it with marker, it'll come out nicer, okay? And now I'm gonna do the last one. And the last one, I'm gonna do a smaller building here. And I'm gonna make this rooftop right here. I'm gonna make it to here, and then I'm gonna make it like with tiles. Okay? So now I have the first set of buildings. Okay, this is my first row of buildings. All right, we're gonna make the windows later, okay? But first, let's make the buildings and the rooftops. Now, I'm going to make the next set of buildings, okay? I'm gonna make at least two sets and then maybe a third one. But now, the buildings that I make have to be a little bit smaller, because when the buildings are in front of you, they're bigger. When the buildings are away from you, behind the other buildings, they look smaller, okay? Just like people do, and trees. So we're gonna make them smaller. So let's draw a building here. I'm just gonna draw a square here. See, it's a little bit smaller. I'm just gonna draw squares, okay? Just squares, and then I'm gonna do the rooftops. Squares in the back, just like this. Okay, and I'm gonna leave it at those 4 squares. Well, maybe another one here. We could make sky here. I'm thinking. Now I'm gonna make the rooftops on these. So I'm gonna make a round rooftop, maybe here. Just like that one. And I could do lines just like this. And then here I could make this type of rooftop. I'm gonna make a rooftop like that there, okay? Remember, it's okay, we're gonna go over this with marker, so if you make a mistake, you don't really have to be rubbing, because we are going to fix it later on, okay? And this one I am going to make, I'm just gonna make it flat. Yeah, this one I'm just gonna make flat, yeah. And this one I'm just gonna make into a triangle. Triangle with a thing in the top like that, just like this one right here. Look, I'm gonna make another one like this one, like if there were twins, but one in the front and one in the back. Isn't that funny? Yeah, kind of. Now I want to make a third row of buildings, so let's see how I do that. Now we're gonna make some tall buildings, like skyscrapers in the back. So here I'm gonna make a tall skyscraper, and another one here, and then I'm gonna make a round building here, maybe a square one here with a triangular roof, and then 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. Let's make another one, and then here just one with that square roof that I had here. Oh, that kind of square roof I had there. Okay, this triangular roof just like that. Well, I'm gonna make it like this one here. Why not? It's like the same building that just goes ahead and is there. This one a round roof, and this one I'm just gonna leave it a flat roof like this one here. Okay, now it's time to get our marker, okay, and go over the buildings, all right? And then we're gonna do the windows, but that's next. Hold on. Then we're gonna take the marker and we're just gonna go over all the lines. Watch me, okay? Okay, as you see, I have another paper down here, okay? That was the scrap paper that I had, because the marker makes really, it goes through, it's really strong. So it goes through the paper. So I just want, I want something in the back. So a spare paper here in the back, so it won't go to my actual desk, okay? So now we have the rooftops and we have the buildings. Now I want to make the windows. Yes, look at the windows. There's many types of windows. What I'm gonna do is close my marker first, okay? And always click the marker so the top is on safely. And I'm gonna look at the different types of windows. And in the front, I am going to pick some windows that I really like to put on these buildings first in the front, because they have to be bigger in the front. So watch me. Now I am going to trace them with the markers, just the first set of windows, okay? Okay, and now I am done with the first set of windows. Now I have to put windows in the back buildings, and those windows have to be medium size, not small, not big, but medium, because the small windows are gonna go in the back. Okay, so look what I'm gonna do. Okay, see, this window is smaller than this one. Okay, but when I put this window back here, it's just gonna be a line. Watch, see, here is like this, here is like this small, but here is gonna be just a line. Do you see that? Okay. Now let me finish this one here with the marker. Okay. And now here I am going to do a set of windows, of round windows. See, they're smaller windows. You see this one, how big it is? Well, these are smaller because they're in the back. And if I were to do those windows back here, look how they would be. Just little round circles, okay? Because in the back the windows are smaller. You see that? Now here I am going to make squares. And back here I am going to make squares as well with the marker. I'm going to try to make squares for it to look like squares. And you see that it has no inside because they get smaller as they go back, all right? And here I'm going to make these long windows. Let me see, first these. These I'm gonna make like these here. Yeah, why not? Very long windows. And another set. There we go. And now in this one, I am just gonna make them like this, lines that go across, and then the rooftop here. I'm just gonna make the rooftop like that. Okay, so now we are finished with the first set of windows, big, the medium set of windows. Oh, and look at this one, the small set of windows. And I put round windows back here. Okay, and this one. All right, there we go. So now we have finished our cityscape with the marker, and we have done the windows, we have done the rooftops. In the next class, boys and girls, we are going to be adding color to our cityscape, and we are going to be adding some dark and light colors. So get your crayons ready for next class. Let's go over what we have done today, okay? Well, today, the first thing that we did was draw the squares or the rectangles for the first set of buildings. And we put the rooftops on them. Then we did the same for the second set of buildings, and then for the third set of buildings. And then we put the rooftops on them too. What we did later was put the windows in the first set of buildings in our cityscape. then in the second set, and then in the back. So everything looks like it's going from the front to the back. Remember, these buildings are overlapping, all right, because they're in the back and this one is in the front, all right? So write your name on your paper. Okay, I'm gonna write mine here. And put it away. And next week, we are going to be finishing this beautiful cityscape. All right? So be good, stay safe, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.